This week's show is sponsored by Celebrate Vitamins, providing the optimum level of vitamin and mineral supplementation that's tasty and affordable. Get all of your favorite Celebrate products at CelebrateVitamins.com. This week's episode of Bariatric TV is sponsored by Bariatric Advantage, the most complete line of micronutrient replacements specifically designed for the weight loss surgery patient. Help support the show by ordering your Bariatric Advantage products directly from the BTV e-store.
Hi, I'm Tony.
Y estoy linda. ¿Qué tenemos para usted esta semana?
PamelaDV frickin' did it to her hair.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, I know. PamelaDV frickin' did it to her hair.
Freak out!
Hey you, clean your plate.
And a tasty recipe for rice pudding.
Puddin.
Puddin.
I like that.
So how many of you gals out there had big hair before you lost weight?
Oh, I did. I personally felt that if I had big hair, it would help to balance out my big hips.
You know what they say in Texas, don't you? The higher the hair, the closer to God.
But once I lost the weight, I really wanted to try something new. And so did PamelaDV.
Pamela says, I got my hair cut really short. I never felt confident enough to do it before. I felt my face was too fat and having it short wouldn't look so good.
Looking sassy, Pamela. So how about we sass on over to the dumping ground? Sass on over. We're gonna sass that way.
I don't feel good.
Welcome to the dumping ground. For those of you sneaking up on your surgery date, are you starting to freak out?
Or for you posties, remember how prepared you thought you were, and then the day or two before surgery, you freaking lost it?
Speaking of losing it the day of surgery, I remember something about kicking a hole in the wall.
Yeah, that would be me. I thought I was Ms. Preparedness. But the morning of surgery, I guess all that bottled up stress just exploded to the surface.
I constantly tell people that being worried, nervous, or scared before your surgery is totally normal.
No matter how much research you do or how many posties you speak to, you're still going under the knife to have your guts rearranged to help you lose weight. It's serious stuff, folks.
So remember, you don't want to burden anyone with all that stress, so just stuff it all down inside and keep it to yourself.
What?
Hey look, it was your idea to have surgery, so you gotta keep it all bottled up and not bother anyone else with it.
Okay, ignore the crazy dark-haired one. And if what she's saying is the same as that little voice in your head, then ignore that too.
Seriously, if you stuff the nervousness and stress back down inside you, you're setting yourself up for a foot-sized hole in the wall, or maybe something worse.
If you're still worried about burdening those around you, then come to our forums and talk to us about it. Ask for advice.
Burden us!
We have big shoulders.
Ask the many posties there what they did right before their surgery. We're sure you'll find that it's totally normal to worry.
Is that mini posties? Is that like a bunch of them, or is that mini posties like they're little tiny mini posties?
And you may find that worrying about it kind of helps lessen the worry.
Freaky, huh? But it does. So if you find yourself feeling a little panicky, reach out and ask for help. That's what we're here for.
Reach out!
Reach out!
Reach out!
Actually, telling people you're nervous when you're nervous might just help to alter your reality.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Either you clean your plate or you're...
Yes.
Tell it to Danielle. Tell it to her.
Either you clean your plate or you're going to...
You're going to die.
Either you clean your room or you're going to go to your room with no... Clean your plate.
That's what she really wants
That's
to say.
Meridian. Either you clean your plate or you're going to go to your room with no TV.
No dessert for you, Missy, until you eat everything on that plate.
Every last grain of rice.
Last grain of rice.
I bet most of you grew up hearing that, or some version of it.
Is it any wonder that most of us kept eating until our plates were practically licked clean?
And after surgery, you'll still have the urge to comply with this long-time habit. But what you won't have is the ability to physically do it.
Personally, I think I have a bit of OCD in me. Still to this day, I will heap more food on my plate than I know I can eat. Then I'll feel compelled to eat it all. And finally, I get to feeling guilty when I can't and have to throw it away.
There's something just wrong about our inability to toss away food without guilt. Either you eat it and it's on your hips, or you toss it and it's in the trash. Either way, it's gone.
So let someone who's been down this road clue you in with a quick tip. The best thing to do is start changing your mindset before your surgery.
Start tonight by leaving something on your plate at dinner and then throw it away. Yes, throw it away. In the trash.
My husband has been doing this for years, and he still weighs what he weighed in high school.
Hate him.
Hate him.
Skinny little jerk.
Yeah, we joke around with John about it, but it really does help. Something as simple as leaving a bit of food on your plate starts to change your mindset.
Then, once you have surgery, you're already conditioned to waste food, so it's not as hard to adjust.
Of course, this rule doesn't apply to chocolate.
Yeah, you must eat all the chocolate in a dark room, off your friend's plate, so it doesn't count.
Seriously though, give it a try. You might just find it helps you to freak on.
Freak on! Yeah, nice. Nobody's gonna help us with it? Just leaving me and Linda hanging like that? Nice, appreciate it, love it, thanks.
I posted in the forums recently about rice pudding. I wanted to find out if anyone had tried the new Jell-O brand of sugar-free rice pudding.
I have. It's pretty good, but doesn't do much for you protein-wise.
To be honest, I don't stress too much about trying to get protein in my desserts because it's supposed to be a treat, right? But sometimes if something is good and has protein, even better.
Like cinnamon chocolate flavored pulled pork.
Well, in that case, it's time to put on my dun-dun-dun-dun Linda Farnsworth Fan Club President hat. Linda posted this recipe recently and I had to try it. And like all of her recipes, it's seriously yummy.
Here's what Linda herself had to say about it. I love the flavor of a gorgeous rice pudding, but those white carbs will get you quick. This has all the flavors of the traditional and even the feel of rice.
This recipe uses cottage cheese. And Linda says that even if you don't love cottage cheese, this may convince you of its awesomeness.
Awesomeness.
Awesome.
Wicked awesome.
Awesome. Good thing we like cottage cheese, huh?
Okie dokie, here's what you'll need. 1 4-serving package of sugar-free instant vanilla pudding, 1 3/4 cup of milk, 1 16-ounce container of small curd cottage cheese, half a cup of sweetened whipped cream or Cool Whip, a half a cup of raisins, half a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and splendid to taste. In a large bowl, we're going to whisk together the pudding mix and the milk until it's thickened. To not get lumps, always add the mix first, then the liquid. Here we go. We got to whisk this till it's thickened.
How's that whisking coming?
It's not so instant. Ooh, it's getting there. Look it. It's the magic of chemicals.
Better living through modern chemistry.
All right, it's thickened. Finally. See if that'll stay. All right, now we're gonna fold in the cottage cheese, the whipped cream, the raisins, the vanilla, the cinnamon, and the nutmeg. Shall we? Just gonna get that kind of stirred in quickly. I feel like I'm a little kid at the big kids table. I'm gonna add in the whipped cream, or the Cool Whip, as it is, as it were. We're gonna fold that in, or stir it in, you know, whatever. So, we've folded in all the cottage cheese and the whipped cream. Now we're gonna put in the raisins. Get in there, my little nuggets. All right, then we're gonna add let's say 2 tablespoons of Splenda. Whoa! Whoa! Then,
Refer to the recipe.
Half a teaspoon. Okay. Then we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Let's see, a 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, I believe. Yeah. All right. And then an 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. All right. We're just gonna stir that up for a few more seconds. Make it all nice and rice pudding-y.
Linda Shepherd, the human blender.
Let's pop this into a bowl, see what it looks like, shall we?